Welcome to Ancient Secrets channel. Most people live their lives like they're on a stage, constantly waiting for applause, recognition, or a signal that someone finally cares. But here's the truth. Nobody's watching as closely as you think. And that's not something to fear. It's something to embrace. The Stoics knew that true freedom doesn't come from being noticed. It comes from mastering what's within. In a world addicted to validation, the strongest move is to pull your focus inward, not to escape, but to rebuild. This video will explore 9 Stoic truths that prove why focusing on yourself isn't selfish, it's sacred. And if you stay to the end, I'll show you how to begin this journey in your own life. Because when you stop performing, you start becoming. 1. No one is watching like you think they are. Have you ever paused before speaking, posting, or acting because of what they might think? Here's a liberating truth. Most people aren't thinking about you. They're caught up in their own fears, doubts, and distractions. Marcus Aurelius said, "We love ourselves more than other people, yet we care more about their opinions." It's a tragic paradox. The imagined audience that lives in your head is a trap, one that steals your authenticity. But when you realize no one's really watching, something shifts. You stop performing and start aligning. You begin living by values, not by views. That's where real confidence begins, not in the spotlight, but in self-trust. 2. Nobody owes you understanding. It's human to want to be seen, but it's dangerous to expect it. Stoicism teaches that life owes you nothing. Not comfort, not praise, not even fairness. When you wait for others to validate your pain or reward your effort, you hand them your power. But when you release that need, something stronger takes its place. Responsibility. You begin building not to impress, but to grow. And that's where dignity lives. Not in the hands of others, but in your own. You don't need anyone to understand you to become who you're meant to be. You just need to keep showing up for yourself. 3. Mastering your mind is real power. You can't control the weather. You can't control other people. But you can control your mind, and that changes everything. The Stoics taught that your thoughts are the only true kingdom you own. Yet most people protect their reputation more than their reason. They react without reflection. They panic when storms hit. But a Stoic builds mental discipline like a warrior sharpens his sword. You train focus, filter distraction, and challenge your beliefs daily. And when your mind is steady, life can't shake you. The goal isn't to silence the world. The goal is to become so clear inside that the world can't confuse you. 4. Self-focus isn't selfish. It's sacred. In a world obsessed with helping others, it's easy to forget. You cannot lift others while drowning yourself. Focusing on yourself isn't about selfishness, it's about alignment. It means asking, am I living by my own compass or reacting to everyone else's noise? When you turn inward, you find something precious, peace, purpose, and the power to evolve. The Stoic doesn't chase comparison, he chases clarity. He doesn't seek to be seen, he seeks to be solid. Self-focus is the first act of responsibility. It's the moment you stop trying to fix the world and start building yourself strong enough to face it. 5. Consistency is armor, not hype. Success isn't built in moments of excitement. It's forged in daily discipline. The Stoics didn't rely on inspiration. They relied on rhythm. They journaled. They reflected. They practiced. Again and again. Consistency is your armor. It protects you when motivation fades. It anchors you when chaos rises. You don't need to feel amazing every day. You just need to show up. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you reinforce your character. And when that becomes a habit, no setback can shake you. Power isn't loud. It's quiet, repetitive, relentless. That's the Stoic way. Respond, don't react. Most people are emotional puppets, yanked around by moods, headlines, or a single rude text. But Stoics train themselves to pause. Between stimulus and response, they find space. And in that space lies their power. Reactivity is slavery. Response is sovereignty. When you pause, you choose clarity over chaos. You step away from the emotional storm and step into principle. That's not apathy. It's awareness. It's not cold. It's composed. The person who can respond instead of react becomes the one who shapes life, not the one who's shaped by it. You don't need to be understood. There's a silent prison made of explanations. A life spent justifying your focus, your silence, your change. But the Stoics say, let go. You don't need to be understood to be aligned. Your clarity isn't always visible to others, and it doesn't have to be. People may misread your growth as distance, your silence as arrogance. That's their lens, not your truth. You're not here to be decoded. You're here to become. The deeper your purpose, the less explanation it needs. Let your direction speak louder than your defense. Let your actions become your message. Growth happens in solitude, not the spotlight. Real growth doesn't announce itself. It builds quietly, in solitude, in silence, in the hours no one sees. That's why the Stoics sought stillness, not to escape life, but to prepare for it. If you fear being alone, you'll always chase noise to feel worthy. But when you choose solitude, something shifts. You begin to hear your own thoughts. You begin to see where you're headed. And suddenly, you no longer need the world's attention, because you've earned your own respect. Greatness grows underground. Let your roots grow deep before demanding to be seen. Progress is earned, not performed. You don't need to broadcast your transformation. You need to live it. Growth isn't always visible. It's personal. It's in the silent choices, the quiet discipline, the invisible shifts. Are you calmer today than last week? More honest? More grounded? That's progress. Stop chasing applause. Start chasing alignment. Real strength isn't shown, it's felt. And if you keep showing up, especially when no one's watching, you'll become someone even your past self would admire. That's not performance, that's evolution. How to begin. Your first step today. Start small. Today, take 10 minutes of intentional silence. No phone, no noise, just you and your thoughts. Then, write down 3 questions. What do I need less of? What do I need more of? And what can I do today that aligns with who I want to become? Don't rush the answers. Sit with them. Let your clarity rise from the quiet. If you repeat this daily, even for a week, you'll begin to shift. Not from pressure, but from presence. You don't need a full plan. You just need to begin. The rest will meet you along the way. Stop performing. Start becoming. You've waited long enough for someone to care, to understand, to cheer you on. But you don't need that anymore. Because now you know, the world isn't watching, and that's your greatest gift. You're finally free to become. Not louder, not trendier, but stronger, clearer, steadier. That's the Stoic path. And if it resonated with you, subscribe to Ancient Secrets channel for more timeless wisdom to sharpen your mind and strengthen your spirit. Walk forward with purpose. Live quietly. Lead yourself every single day.